Ay, mi gente. Hoy quiero comenzar el programa hablándole en español porque el título de mi hoy show, del show de hoy, tiene mucho que ver tanto en español como en inglés. So let me say that in English. Hi, everybody. Welcome to UCTV. I'm the beautiful and the goddess Samantha Retois, and welcome to the season 2021. I said 2021 because it's the year in the 2021. So I wish the best for you, and thank you so much for following us and continue watching our show that every day is getting better and better, and we have more possibility for you. So I want to continue and invite you to follow on the different social media that we have: Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. 7 p.m. every Wednesday here on fan page on Facebook Live. Tonight in our UCTV talk show, let me tell you, Wednesday, February 3rd, 7 p.m., because we are here Eastern Standard Time, always at 7 p.m. Tortillera Poems from Caridad Moro. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, tortillera. I know that you have so many questions about that, so we have Caridad TV to answer all those questions that you have right now. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Whoa.
Hi, everybody. Hola.
Caridad, welcome to UCTV, and thank you so much. I wish the best for you. Happy New Year, and thank you for this opportunity. Wait a minute. It's the second time at UCTV, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes! So thank you so much for the opportunity, and welcome to the 2021.
Thank you, darling. Thank you for having me. Estoy bien feliz de estar aquí con todos ustedes.
Caridad, quisiera decirte esto en español. Antes de que comencemos, chica, no hay una mejor palabra para describirnos todas y todas, ser bastante incluyentes con este título, justamente. Pero antes de continuar, quisiera decirte, por favor, ¿de dónde viene esta pequeña palabrita que nos identifica mucho? Porque hasta yo podría ser una tortillera.
Bueno, la palabra, yo soy cubana, y la palabra empieza desde mi niñez, que era una palabra fea, ¿no? Una palabra horrible que se refería a una mujer lesbiana. Y como yo lo veía en mi casa, mejor puta que tortillera, ¿no? Eso era una palabra bien dura, bien fuerte. Pero según fui creciendo y según fui madurando, empecé a pensar en los orígenes de esa palabra y empecé a decirme, no, yo no voy a aceptar lo negativo de la palabra, voy a aceptar todo lo lindo de la palabra, que es una mujer que ama a otra mujer. So me cogí el nombrete, me lo puse y ahora me lo pongo con la lentejuela y salgo muy feliz, muy orgullosa y muy contenta de ser tortillera. Y el libro da una vista a mi vida y cómo fue que llegué al punto de poder lograr aceptar y poner el nombrete ese tan feo hacia algo lindo.
Exactamente, algo bien bonito. Caridad, before to continue, I want to say this in English because you said something in Spanish that it was very touched my heart. That you said that you want to change that word into the means that something that a woman love another woman or a female love another female, not the way that they want to show to the rest of the world how being a lesbian or how they can call a lesbian. So that's the way, and I really want you to explain me a little bit for the non-Spanish community, because Unity Coalition is for the Latin, Hispanic, and Indigenous, and see, we want to be very inclusively. So can you tell me a little bit how that to change from tortillera to means it's just a woman loving another woman?
Right. So, you know, growing up, that was the worst possible word you could call a lesbian. Just the fact that, you know, a female was loving another female was seen as ugly. So the term meant something offensive, something meant to hurt. So as of my journey and from being a baby lesbian to a grown-up lesbian, I started to think about that term and how I could not allow it to be used against me. Because if I allowed that, then that was my own sense of shame. So I took back the term. I put it on a t-shirt, I put on the t-shirt, and now I own it and I wear it with pride. Because really, what tortillera means to me is me loving another female, loving my wife, my friends, my community, my family, being able to understand that being a tortillera is not something to be ashamed of. It's something to be proud of and to celebrate. And you
Absolutely.
can't hurt me.
So absolutely, yes, and I totally agree what you said. So we want to understand, to let them understand to the people that there's two ways, as I understand, there's two ways that you can understand how tortillera means. If you take it for you to survive, to the rest of the community, to have something that make you feel stronger the way that you are, but without unrespect yourself, that's one part of being tortillera. The other part is just when you don't know anything about your life and you feel like you need help and you don't know where you go, or let's say in the way that you are not out of the closet because for so many reasons you are still in the closet. So that's the way that you took it in a wrong way being a tortillera. So because your parents they can call you tortillera or without being respectful like faggot or so many like other words that I can use in, including into the Latin community because I'm from Colombia and some of the time they will call you like "el maricón" or "esto la loca" or or the man dressing as a woman. So that's a different way. But now if it's someone call me like, oh, you're gay or you're faggot, I'm like, you know what? That doesn't affect
Exactly.
me because I know I'm the person who I am and I feel, proud and I know, I grow up and those words doesn't affect me, the person that I am, because I know it. And then I took it as something that protected me from the rest of the community, for being bullied. That's how the way that I understand. So Caridad, thank you so much. So let's go ahead and talk about that tortillera. Can you give me a little bit what is like if it's for the non-Hispanic community? How they can find like more and more about like deep into a tortillera inside the book.
Well, the first poem in the book is actually a definition of what tortillera means, right? Because there is another definition to tortillera, and that are the women who make tortillas. So, and I wanted to clarify that there were different ways to look at the term. So I thought, how can I do that? And I wrote a poem, which is the first poem in the book, which serves almost like a dictionary, a glossary, so that if a non-Hispanic person is reading the book, they can understand the context of the word. And I explained just how humiliating and painful the term was and still is for some people who haven't yet been able to reclaim it. So, and throughout the book, I make it clear, I show different situations in my life where the shame was turned into something else. So that kind of idea of taking, again, that term, that word, it's so important in the whole book because it's the explanation of, you mentioned being in the closet. I was in the closet and it wasn't until I was willing to be called that by my family, my friends, people who didn't know me, that I was really able to be honest in my life and be able to take that risk. And ironically enough, when I was willing to be called that, nobody called me that, at least not to my face. So I had to honor myself in order to show the world how I needed to be seen, how I needed to be treated, and by way of my experience, all of our community. Because I think every time one of us takes a step forward, we all take that step together. And
Caridad, I have, yes, go ahead. If you have something to say, you
no,
are the
go
star
ahead.
here.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to get more deep into it because I have some comments on our Instagram right now. And it says, where the word tortillera came from? Tortilla, tortillera, and why the tortilla is related to being a lesbian. Doesn't make sense. You and I know what is the reason that tortilla came related to a lesbian. But for non-Hispanics, it will be very difficult. Why that the food just related to a lesbian? You
Well,
you understand?
well, there's two ways to answer that question. I can give you the street version, and the street version was the idea that lesbians This was a song for a lesbian. And I'm going to let you guys go with your imagination of whatever that meant, right? So tortillera, you were making tortillas. Even though tortillas are made like this and you know,
Yes.
that's not how it works. But anyway, we're going to go with that one. But then there's actually, very interestingly enough, because I had the same question and I did some research and I found out that that word tortillera comes from the word torticera, which means, which comes from French tortisse, which means twisted. And if you take twisted and break that down further, it goes to the German Q, which means twisted, which is where we get queer in English. So actually, the term is like this crazy historical tour
Yes, right.
of
Crazy
homophobia.
background.
Because it starts in Spain and it goes to Germany and it goes to Italy and it goes all the way to my living room in Westchester in Miami. So even though it doesn't make sense, the root of that word is twisted. So, and then the idea that we are all twisted, that we are queer, that we are wrong, right?
It's just a mix
And
that we are.
that actually, as a writer, as a poet, I look at words because words have weight, and I see how behavior has been following language, or I don't know which one dictates which. If language follows behavior, behavior follows language. Probably
Because they're all together.
A little bit of both.
They're very together. The language and the behavior, they are like together. And there's like a different, very thing between the behavior and then the languages, because so many words they can mean different, different ways. But thank you so much for your.
And it's a different like feeling, right? Because I remember I was in Italy and we came to this little ice cream shop and it had, the pink triangle and there was two women in there and I was like, ¿Cómo se dice lesbiana en italiano? And she said, lesbiana universale. And I laughed because there are universal words that aren't necessarily negative. So then I guess that's when I started thinking about, you know what, maybe we should change tortillera and make that universal.
Okay, that's very, and I know it's very inclusively, and for some people they feel like so like offensive about it. Okay, don't continue be feeling offensive if they call you lesbian. Just tortillera, food is delicious, and I can imagine if it's a tortillera is making a tortilla. Is that the way delicious, girl? I would take it.
Girl, you don't even know, girl. You don't even know.
Oh my God, Caridad, it just made my night. Thank you so much for that. Oh my God, can you tell me where we can find that book? And because I can wait just to get my piece of that tortillera.
It's available wherever you can buy books, but it's available currently. Amazon has it, Books and Books has it, my press, Texas Review Press. It's available and I would love your support. And I think you're going to love it. It's a great read.
Absolutely. As I said, I can't wait just to get my book and then starting. I'm gonna have like a glass of wine and then laughing myself like the whole night reading that book because I got the first part and then. Oh yeah.
Cry a little bit, yeah. It's not just funny. So if you want a little drama, there's drama there too.
I know that you're gonna find a little bit of drama inside, very like the picky and the chili part. I know. So Caridad, tell me how your book and the tortillera being recognized in this country, in the different are you participating in different different conference that have to be different with writers and a competition?
Well, actually, this book won a competition, the Breakthrough Prize from Texas Review Press. So that was wonderful. It was great. I've been trying to get this book published for a long time. So when I won that and found out in the summer, so it was a great pandemic surprise. I had been, like I said, working on this for the better part of 10 years, 5 years trying to get it published. So that was a wonderful surprise. And then from there, yes, the book, there's AWP, which is the Association of Writers and Small Presses. We're going to be doing an offsite reading there. There have been several readings, It's doing great on Amazon. It's #2 for Hispanic American poetry, which is very exciting. It's doing great. And there's going to be another launch at Books and Books. So there's a lot of stuff in the works. Thank you for asking.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to have you here. I mean, you just made my night. It's just amazing to have you here and give it more acknowledge to the community, because we want to stop the different stigma that we have for the LGBT community. You know, with our community has been fighting for our rights, and this is one way to fight for our rights, because we are having a recognition and we are having a name. And you know, we just want to let the different evolutions, and they say that being a tortillera or being called a tortillera at the end of the day is delicious. What do you want me to say? Being a tortillera is delicious. So
yeah. And you know, maybe they're not getting what they need to eat at home. So that's sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
Sorry, but not sorry. Caridad, I know that you have a surprise for all of us. Can you please read a little bit of piece of the Tortillera poem, please?
I would love to. I'm going to read actually a poem that I wrote about coming out to my mother. And I'm actually going to read it, and then we can talk about it if you like.
Okay, perfect. So in the meantime that you're looking for that, let me remind to the people, this is UCTV, a virtual program for our community folks and based in South Florida by Unity Coalition. Unity Coalition is being in our community fighting for our rights since 2002, and we have a different program during the whole year. With the pandemic, all of this is just starting as a virtual, but now we're just waiting for the vaccination, please God, that everybody just start with our normal life and be out there and continue. So with that being said, I want to remind to all of you that the next Wednesday, because this month is the National HIV Awareness Month, so we want to continue doing for our Black community and engage the Black community. Yes, honey, brown skin girl, asking just like her. Yes. So for my community, don't forget the next Wednesday, we're going to be about the Pride Month for our Black community, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't forget, we're going to have my brother, John Buckley. We're going to have another beautiful woman that you guys can see right here. Oh, wait, right here, that you can see right here, our advertisement for the next Wednesday. Just don't forget and put the notifications on the YouTube, because you can select and put notification. Push notification for the YouTube channel every time that we got a video into our YouTube channel. So 7 p.m. Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time, UCTV. Don't lose the opportunity for the Black history, for the Black community. And also starting on February 18. I'm sorry, what happened with my camera? That's a headquarter? No, that's never gonna happen here in Miami. So I have, thank God. Say what? So yes, so what we can say, or what's going on? Everything new that UCTV, the new show, is just all for you. Everything is starting on February 18. Remember, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And UCTV is gonna have a beautiful team. So we're gonna talk about that later, because Caridad is ready for with the poem and the beautiful tortillera. So go ahead, Caridad.
So actually, I have just a little story about this, because when I read this for the first time out loud, and my mother was in the audience, it was at a Unity Coalition Orgullo event. So it's very nice to come home and be able to read this for your audience. So coming out to mommy. The cushions were beige, dinner partied, lived on, scrubbed clean as bleach would allow. She spoke of remodeling, 0% interest at rooms to go, how what couldn't be replaced could be reupholstered. We scoured fabric stores for bolts of cloth, dark enough to mask my stains, strong enough to handle the strain of starting over, as if perfect squares of enchantment twill could contain the messiness of living. At home, I slid scissors across material she pressed into my hands. She watched as I struggled for straight lines, as I wept over jagged edges I could not control. She taught me to conceal irregularities, to pin them down beneath the sting of a staple gun, smooth new skin over battered innards, cushion after cushion reassembled, both of us sure I too could be remade. Thank you.
Somebody put my microphone on mute, but thank you, Caridad. Thank you so much. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, that was very, very awesome. I have some comments on our viewers right now in an interaction in our social media, and let me see what they said, Caridad. So, sending you hugs from the beautiful Willy Resende. Oh my God, Willy, thank you so much for always staying connected with UCTV. I love you, sending hugs and positive vibes. So thank you so much for always support UCTV. I have someone that said, is the book available in Spanish?
Not yet, but I've had the question before, and maybe it should be. That's a new project.
Very soon, we're gonna have the book in Spanish as well. Oh, another question: is the book available on the audiobook? So you know, if we can.
Audiobooks?
Yes.
No. But again, you're the third person that asked me that, so I think it should be. And actually, I think it's a great idea because poetry is meant to be heard. There's a lot of music in it, so that would be a great idea.
I'm the kind of person, honestly, I just want to share with you, I'm the kind of person because I just got my book, the Promised Land from the Daddy of Emma. Oh my God, I love him so much. I can't, Michelle. Listen, just get out of my way. I just got that book on Amazon and I got it on audiobook, and it's such amazing because I love every time that I'm driving from work and it's just like the traffic so hard. I would like just to have that like amazing, like nice voice on the background, you know, not all that music that can be crazy most of the time. You know, I love to have an audiobook every time that I'm driving, especially like long distance. So please, as soon as it's ready, let me know.
I absolutely will. But honey, you can call me and I'll read it to you.
Yes. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. I want to close my eyes and just, oh girl, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Caridad, quisiera preguntarte esto en español porque sabemos de que para nuestra comunidad latina, considerarse muchas veces una tortillera es algo ofensivo, como lo veníamos diciendo en el principio. ¿Cuál es esa recomendación que tú quisieras darle ahora mismo a la comunidad latina de los que toman la tortillera como un lado bueno y que las que toman o los que toman la palabra tortillera como del lado malo? Vamos a comenzar con las personas del lado malo. ¿Cuál sería esa recomendación que les dirías a aquellos que se sienten ofendidos porque les digan tortillera o tortillero?
Les digo que es como cuando uno está chiquito, está jugando y no puede tomar atención a lo que están diciendo los otros muchachos porque si no siempre vas a estar fajado cuando estás en el colegio. Es igual, no prestarle atención, no darle el poder a la palabra, porque las palabras son cargadas con la energía de las personas. Y no acepto tu energía negativa, es lo que yo le diría a alguien que está sufriendo al oír el tema. Que no acepten la energía negativa, al contrario, que lo cambien y que digan, sí, yo soy tortillera. ¿Te interesa? Tengo un manual en el carro. Yo siempre lo trato de cambiar para que la persona se dé cuenta lo ridículo que es su odio, su prejuicio y su intento de humillar a una persona que no le ha hecho nada.
Claro que sí, Caridad, pero quisiera decirte también algo y explicárselo a nuestra audiencia latina, hispana e indígena. Así como Caridad ha dicho que la palabra tortillera puede tener un significado dependiendo cómo lo tomes tú, a eso hay que incluirle el tono de voz o la forma como la persona te lo está diciendo. Porque quizás entre nosotros los latinos nos podemos decir, ay, es que tú eres tan tortillera. El tono de voz con la fluencia del aire te brinda a decir que es una broma y que lo podemos tomar de una manera muy pacífica. Y así el tono de voz va un poco mucho más alto, es incluyente y da un significado de herir o de a lo que sabemos que casi siempre las personas se sienten ofendidas porque es normal, normalmente siempre decíamos la palabra tortillera, incluyéndome a mí, como quiero decir, por ser latina, la tomábamos para ofender a las demás personas o la tomaban para ofendernos a nosotros mismos. So, vuelvo y les repito,
es algo interesante porque yo tengo una prima que está casada con una mujer y nosotros nos decimos tortis. Y yo pongo en el Facebook, se va a salir, it's torty time. So esa palabra, aunque nosotros sabemos muy bien lo que significa, entre nosotros, como tú dices, con el tono de voz, bromeamos, pero eso es aceptable, ¿no? Así yo creo que son muchas cosas, muchos temas que el tono es verídico, el tono es lo que dice el intento de la palabra. So, estoy de acuerdo contigo 100%.
Entonces ahí es donde venimos a decir de que obviamente cada palabra tiene un sentimiento. Entonces a eso hay que sumarle el sentimiento, el tono y la palabra. Los tres, justamente hay una diferencia, una línea muy delgada que simplemente no te puedes dar cuenta cuando las estás utilizando, porque puedes decir tortillera en un forma gritado y mucha gente se va a sentir ofendida. Como Caridad dice, puede decir torti en el tono muy bajo, igual estás diciendo la misma palabra, pero no estás necesidad de ofender. Igual también a eso incluye Caridad de que mucha gente conoce la palabra tortillera por las tortillas, no porque en realidad lo quieres utilizar para la comunidad LGBT o directamente para las lesbianas, ¿no?
Pero igual todo es el contexto, porque si vamos a ir a comer y me dicen, ay, porque yo conozco una señora que es tortillera y hace unas tortillas deliciosas, sabemos de lo que estamos hablando. Todo hay que ser y verlo en su realidad, ¿no? Y entonces poder interpretar lo que te están diciendo. Pero aunque sigo repitiendo que aunque sea lo peor de lo peor que te están gritando en la calle, no, keep walking. No acepto tu odio. Punto.
Claro que sí, con ese no acepto tu odio, quiero decirle a todas las personas que se encuentran conectadas en estos momentos, gracias por seguirnos, gracias por estar conectado. A Beto Mejía, siempre un seguidor puntual en nuestras reuniones de UCTV todos los miércoles 7 p.m. Estamos hablando en el español para que nuestra comunidad latina, hispana e indígena se sienta mucho más escogidos, mucho más aceptados, porque aquí somos incluyentes y queremos que todos seamos iguales. Igual como así los queremos, humanos y que sientan y que la verdad, vuelvo y repito, si tú me dices a mí tortillera, yo digo, entonces estoy sabrosa, estoy bien rica, porque me quieres comer. Caridad, ¿cómo?
Sabrosa y deliciosa.
Sabrosísima. Si tú me dices a mi tortillera, chica, es porque me estás mirando con cara de deseo que me quieres comer y que estoy bien rica.
Exactamente.
Mi gente, con esto todo justamente les quiero decir, vamos a unos pequeños de comerciales y recordándoles que nuestros patrocinadores oficiales y lo que hacen posible que este programa de UCTV sea Gilead, Ambiente Magazine, Unity Coalition y the Southern Aid Coalition. With that being said, that's our sponsors and thank you so much for making UCTV possible. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out, our advertising right here by Unity Coalition. And don't forget to visit our website. We have a different program for our community. But I just want to make sure that all my community get this. Are you looking for a new position? You want to get your own job? You want to make your own company, but that's difficult, right? Because you need money. So Unity Coalition have an opportunity for you. Micro Giving Fund Incubator. Yes, because it's incubating like this, the money for you. So you can create your own company. You have a brand, you have a product, but you want to put it out there and you don't know how it is. This is the opportunity for you. Go ahead and check it out, unitycoalition.org. Micro Giving Fund Incubator is the opportunity for you to show up and make your own company at the same time, giving opportunity to somebody else to work for you and get some extra income. So go and check it out. Unity Coalition right now, and scroll down until you see the incubator, the two hands right here, honey, that you can see them. So yes, that's the way. Fill it out the form and send it to Unity Coalition and wait for the email. That's one of the way that you can get some income. And at the same time, our service community that loves their job. The microgiving fund coronavirus is still there, but we cannot do it by ourselves. Make your donation right now at unitycoalition.org o coaliciónunida.org en español. Para nuestra comunidad latina, hispana e indígena, yo soy la bellísima Samantha Letois y aquí estamos con Caridad Moro explicándonos justamente tortillera, tortillerísima, tortillerota, como la quieras ver, las diferentes maneras que la tenemos para ustedes. Caridad, ¿cómo te podemos seguir en las redes sociales? Y dime si vamos a ver un poquito de adelante en las redes sociales un pequeño poema, así como lo tuviste ahorita para nosotros.
Sí, como no. Caridad, en Instagram es Caridad Moro, hashtag Caridad Moro. Y en Twitter, Caridad Moro-1.
Caridad Moro-1. Y tiene fanpage en Facebook y YouTube para que la gente pueda ver justamente.
También tengo en Amazon fanpage, tengo writers page en Facebook, estoy en Instagram y caridadmoro.com es mi website donde pongo mis eventos y cosas nuevas que tengo publicadas y un poquito de todo.
Okay, perfect. So Caridad, I want to switch to English right now. Is the only book that you have, or you have like something before? Because you just showing up to the world with the Tortillera poem. So, but there's so many people like me that we want to know if you have some other books working on it.
Well, this book just came out, so a new one is already, the moment that the one that you're working on comes out, you start thinking about the new one. So that one's still in thinking plans. But I'm always writing new poems, and I publish them typically, and then I put them on my website that you could find, caridadmoro.com. I also will post on social media, Facebook and Instagram, and I'm always writing what moves me, right? Things come to me, a moment, I write things down, and then a poem is born. Sometimes you want to write and you don't write because you can't write, and then the moment presents itself. So that's the stage where I am right now. Everything is kind of new and a new perspective. Every book is like a child. And this is actually my first full-length book, but I had a previous one called Visionware, which was a smaller chapbook. But each one is a child, and you look at your children differently, right? You love them the same, but each child has its own personality.
First baby is the first baby. Hey, baby, you can say whatever you say. You can have 4 or 5, but the first baby is the first baby. So this book, the Tortillera poem, is just 10 years old. She's been working in this book for a long time. And it's not a book that she just decided to, let's do it because of the pandemic. No, honey, no, it is. The tortillera is, como la arepa. It takes time. Sal,
it took time. Like, that's also why the book is called Tortillera, because it took time for me to find my voice, and it took time for me to find the courage to tell my truth without worrying about other people, which I think is so important when you're writing, especially about your life. And I do write a lot about my life, and I write narratively. I also write nonfiction essays. So my life is all mixed up with what I write. And I think it's important to be ready. And sometimes you're not ready. So I think that's why it took so long to go from the beginning to when the book was ready for the world. So, and the message is also a message of triumph, that you just never stop trying. I believed in it, and it's almost it's funny because I had just said to my wife, I think I'm done with this book. I think I'm just going to start something else and forget about it. And I swear to you, not 2 hours later, I got the email. So just have faith and keep going. That's ultimately my mantra and what I share with everybody. to keep home.
Amazing, Caridad. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and congratulations because what you want at the end of the day, what you want to give that message to the community is what is the most important. You know how the sensitivity, how the people, some people get offended, some people get in laughing, some people took it in a good way, in a bad way. But that's good and that's awesome. Just to have the possibility to the people to think about it and react and having a reactions.
And it was, to tell a little bit of my story, I was married to a man for 16 years. We had a child when I came out of the closet. So a lot of it too, you said the word sensitivity, and that was very much a part of it too. I wanted to tell my story, but I also wanted to be sensitive to the fact that it wasn't just my story. There were other people in that story. So in order to be honest and in integrity with myself, but also to look out for those who didn't maybe choose to have their life out there. That took a little bit of time and a little bit of working through. But also, again, that's part of the journey. That's why I'm so proud of this book, because it really shows everyone that it wasn't easy. It came step by step, but ultimately there's triumph. And ultimately, God, it just feels so good to be who you are and to be who I am and to be able to sit here and tell you that. So, and that's what I really hope that the book also shows the readers, that it is possible. It is possible.
It is possible.
And there is joy to be had. There is joy.
That's the message. It is possible, and you can be the person that you want to be. Caridad, besides to be a writer, are you trying to? Oh, maybe another. Maybe you thought that you can paint and create some pictures like visual advertising for inside the book, because honestly I just like reading. I'm a tortillera and I'm like, I just want to find out like something inside that give me that little like draw that like make me think about it. Please tell me more about this poem book, girl.
I'm very musical, so I do that, but I don't draw and I don't paint. It's not one of my talents. I write about art. I love art, but I write about it. I write poems about it, actually. So not that way, but I think that my musicianship, the music goes to the poem, because when I'm writing the poem, I hear the sound in my head. It's a rhythm. It's a movement. It's a dance of words on the page. So yes, the question is very valid, because there are like crossovers in arts, right? And so the music informs the poetry, and the poetry informs the drama. I've acted. I don't dance and I don't draw, but everything else, I'll give it a dance. I'll give it a try. Well, I dance a little bit, but my wife makes fun of me.
Okay, Caridad, I don't want to end this amazing conversation with you without asking, do you know how to make a tortilla?
Girl, I know how to make a tortilla. I know how to make a tortilla for Mexican food. I know how to make una tortilla española. I know how to make a Denver omelet. I got you, girl. Any way you need it, I can serve it up.
Give me a easy ingredients that how we can make a tortilla right now. Just kick it at the stage right now, girl. Come on.
Eggs, potatoes, salt, pepper, boom, un poquito de leche. That's it. You got yourself a meal. You can serve the whole party. What? You can
oh my gosh.
You don't want to cook. Come on, I got you.
You know what? I just want to end this show because I'm going to my kitchen to create some tortilla because I want tortillas right now. Caridad, oh my God, I had such amazing time with you, and thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope.
Thank you. I'm just going to hold up the book real quick. Thank you.
Oh my God, that she has it right there, ladies and gentlemen. There is the book right there in front of you, that tortillera.
Right here. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
No, thank you to you for this opportunity, for being our show to give you more education, because at the end of the day it's just an education for our community. Don't feel offensive if it's someone called you tortillera. At the end of the day, tortillas are good, are delicious, and you can mix with beans, rice, and there are so many ways that you can do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you. Un saludo para toda mi gente en Colombia. Joel, papacito, te adoro, mi super amigo espectacular en Colombia. A Unity Coalition Colombia, a Debbie Luna, a Beto, que siempre está conectado con nosotros y siempre nos están dando los buenos consejos. A Morgan, a Willy Reséndez y a todos que se encuentran conectados en estos momentos viéndonos, a tu familia, a la mía, al perro, al gato, a todos los que vengan. My God, you know what? Making me a tortillera is so many words. I'm just running right now that I want. No, Caridad, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity, and God bless you. And I don't want to end this conversation without saying this. I hope maybe in a year, I want to see on TV says La Tortillera in theaters, just coming and starting right now. Direct by Caridad del Moro. Oh my God, Broadway, La Tortillera. Can you imagine? In Broadway, La Tortillera.
I keep saying it needs to be a show. Mira, I'm with you.
Listen, my skin, I got a skin like, oh my gosh. Like,
it would be awesome. Let's put it out there into the universe, and we'll make it happen.
Finger crossed. The best vibe and my goodbye for you, Caridad. I love you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you for being connecting, with UCTV and with Unity Coalition. You're very, very wonderful woman. And I want to say super hugs and kiss for your wife.
Thank you so much. Love to you. Que estés muy bien. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much. Yes. Y para mi gente, no quiero terminar esto sin decirle, Caridad quizás va a trabajar para hacer la obra de teatro en Broadway y dentro de unos años o muy pronto lo pueden ver. Esperamos que todo esto pueda salir con lo de la vacuna. Con todo esto dicho, mi gente, quiero un grande aplauso para Caridad del Moro, que hizo su presentación esta noche aquí en nuestro show de UCTV, conectados a las 7 de la noche en el Facebook Live para toda nuestra comunidad latino, hispana e indígenas, por la cuenta de Unity Coalition. Caridad, nuevamente, muchísimas gracias. Besos para ti y esperamos verte próximamente nuevamente conectados aquí en UCTV. My beautiful people, I want to say this in English because I always close in English. Hey. This is UCTV, the new show. I'm the hottest Samantha, beautiful, and we got Caridad tonight. We was talking about the tortilla. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching our UCTV show. And don't forget, the next Wednesday, we're going to have better and better information for you, celebrating the National Black Awareness Days for our community, the HIV. I'm so proud of that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm the hottest, Samantha Letroy, and I see you next time. This is UCTV. Good night.
I'm strong. I'm black.
I am proud.
I'm gender fluid.
I am an activist.
I matter.
I'm your friend.
I am fierce. I'm fearless.
I'm creative.
And I'm fabulous.
I am queer.
I'm your neighbor.
I'm a non-binary person.
I'm a voter.
I am a leader.
I'm a fashionista.
I am gay.
I will not be erased.
I am gay.
I will not be erased.
I am Unity Coalition. Visit us at unitycoalition.org.